See, it's nice and quiet on our Arlington camera. Now, if we take a look at the timing of this, we're even at 2:30 in the morning on Sunday, and it's still down to the south and west, but it's going to gradually take over. And notice that starting off as a bit of snow because temperatures are expected to get into the upper 20s, lower 30s for our overnight lows into Sunday morning. Now, as the system comes in, we're going to see maybe a tapping into some of that warmer air aloft, which could help to change it over to that wintry mix later on Sunday and into Sunday night. And then by the time we get to early Monday morning, it's starting to pull off to the north and east, but that colder air is going to be wrapping around the backside, which is where we have that opportunity for maybe finishing up with a little bit of snow. So you can see snow is going to be best opportunity with the heaviest over the mountains. Depending on the track of this system and where it lies, that's where these lines could actually shift, and we may see that freezing rain a little bit further north or south. So the impacts of this, I think, is going to be that wintry mix is going to be our biggest impact, but the heavier snow, that's going to be over the higher elevations. And then we also don't really expect anything with the wind. That's not going to be as big of an issue with this system, but where it's going to be all rain, that's where we could see some ponding on the roadways. And so I actually want to send it over to Elisa Raffa, our meteorologist, who's actually keeping an eye on where the impacts are going to be the biggest with this storm system.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, we've got the highest impact, possibly where we could get the heaviest snow, maybe up to the north and west, focusing on that I-40 corridor. And then, like Amanda was mentioning, this is our wild card zone of where we'll have a mixed bag of everything from sleet to freezing rain and snow. So we could have some significant impacts there as well. Just right now, it's hard to pin down what those impacts will be. And it's all because of this warm air that will sit upstairs in the atmosphere, because what it does is everything falls as snow at the top, but things will kind of melt and refreeze in the middle, depending on if there's warm air, just a little bit of it at the surface, or if there's a big slate of warm air and cold air. This is what we'll have to track. We have to think of the atmosphere as 3D columns, because again, things melt and refreeze in the middle. So that can mean freezing rain, sleet, snow, depending on these temperatures upstairs in the atmosphere, which makes it pretty difficult to forecast. Now, either way, I mean, sleet, freezing rain, that's going to be a problem on the roads too. Bridges will freeze first because that cold air wraps around the bridge. So this, I mean, we do expect roads to be a little bit of a headache on Sunday especially. So we'll find, again, icy roads possible. So we need to get those winter driving tips back in gear, kind of brush off those cobwebs, check those tires, remove snow and ice from every part of the car, and don't brake too much. Make sure you turn into the skid. Stay prepared. We've got many Twitter handles for you to follow: Queen City News and QCN Weather, to stay up to date with us. Brian.